everyone, welcome to Animal Educate. My name's Abby and today we're going to be looking at the major threats to the ocean and what we can do to put things right. The ocean constitutes 90% of the habitable space on planet Earth. 90%. The seabed can be abundant with life, and it's this life that gives the seabed structure. This provides the foundation for a healthy ecosystem. Life in the sea interacts with life on land. When the sea suffers, we all suffer. Ocean ecosystems such as reefs store carbon, and this gets released into the water when those ecosystems die off. This is unbelievable when you think up to 80% of our oxygen comes from the ocean. That's right, 80%. Tiny phytoplankton provide 50% of the oxygen on Earth and form the basis of the ocean food chain. In less than 100 years, with no significant changes, more than half of the marine species stand at the brink of extinction. There's a huge decline in the biodiversity of our ocean. In the past century, a vast volume of seagrass meadows and shellfish beds have vanished. The progression of the marine industry has fundamentally transformed marine environments. Overfishing creates imbalances that leads to loss of other marine life, such as vulnerable coral and sea turtles. Dredging impacts marine organisms significantly. Habitats that once carpeted our seabed have been destroyed. We've removed much of the complex life of the seabed, altering the ecological foundations of the marine environment. Water temperatures are increasing due to climate change. It's making the water acidic. A higher level of acidity means that corals can't grow. It also means that crustaceans can't form shells, which they need to protect themselves against disease and predators. Ocean acidification may render most regions of the ocean inhospitable. It may threaten plankton, which is key to the survival of larger fish. Agricultural practices, coastal tourism, mining, fisheries, aquaculture are all sources of marine pollution. Excessive nutrients from outfalls and agricultural runoff have all contributed to the number of low oxygen areas. These areas are known as dead zones. Most marine life can't survive in these zones due to that lack of oxygen, resulting in the collapse of ecosystems. The persistent noise from engines and offshore developments really disrupts ancient migratory pathways. Life in our seas depends on sound to navigate, to communicate, to feed and to socialise. So it's a massive disruption. It impacts meeting places and hunting grounds for whales and dolphins. Our seas are polluted with extortionate amounts of litter and tiny plastic particles. Between 10 and 20 million metric tons of plastic are polluting our ocean's ecosystems. There'll be more plastic in the ocean than fish soon. Remember, plastic kills more than 100 million marine animals every single year. Coral reefs are the nurseries of the ocean. They're biodiversity hotspots, and we're losing them at a really alarming rate. They're threatened by rising sea temperatures, sea pollution, unsustainable tourism, overfishing. They can protect the coastline from rising sea levels that can cause massive destruction to our shores and beyond. When coral reefs die, this destroys marine life that depend on the reefs for protection, such as oysters and clams. The UK waters are home to some cetaceans, including humpback whales, orcas, and superpods containing hundreds of bottlenose dolphins. We also have common dolphins and the harbour porpoise, amongst others. During the summer, Over 30 species of shark can be found in the British and Irish waters, including the blue shark, the thresher shark, and the basking shark. The UK coast also attracts an excess of 8 million seabirds looking to breed, including the northern gannet and the puffin. The UK is also home to 8 distinct species of gull. The grey and common seal inhabit our coastline. In fact, almost half the world's population of the grey seal is found around our UK coasts. Amazing sea life lives between high and low tide, including small fish, limpets, and hermit crabs. The shore is home to a very diverse range of animals, including seahorses and otters. All of these species are at risk. We need to start taking action now. We can't just rely on charities and organisations. We can all make a difference, each of us individually. Sadly, the area of our oceans undamaged by humans is tiny. Only 13% of the ocean is still wild. Crucially, less than 5% of this wild ocean is officially protected. Rewilding the sea means taking action to allow underwater habitats and sea life to recover. When habitat recovers, so does everything that relies upon it. Where there is living habitat, there are fish. And where there are fish, larger marine life returns. In the UK, there are some successful seawilding projects that are underway. Oyster regeneration. And there's projects working to restore seagrass meadows and kelp forest. Protecting large areas of the ocean plays a key role in capturing carbon emissions from the atmosphere. So what can you do? You can contribute to organisations to protect the environment and the marine life. You can learn about rewilding and sea rewilding. You can demand plastic-free alternatives. You can avoid ocean-harming products. You can learn about the ocean. People protect what they love. Reducing our waste and carbon emissions will have the overall benefit of saving the oceans and the reefs. Our oceans have the ability to either enhance or reduce quality of life. We need to stop abusing the seas and start rewilding them instead. Wilderness can be where we choose, where we rewild. Thanks for watching today, guys. I hope you know a bit more about the major threats to the ocean and what you can do to help. Until next time.